Imagine each area of your life standing for a side on a Rubik's Cube. Do you know how many states there are?
43 quadrillion, 250 quadrillion, 3 trillion, 274 billion, 489 million, 856,000 ways to live your life, and yet you choose this.
We have a gym phase of 6 weeks to work with, of no tournament. It's really nice, so we have a good building phase, go properly, and should get really fatigued. But the closer that we get, the more we have gotten used to the program. We're going to lower the reps a bit, and then we're going to have more and more energy when we're done with the program anyways. So we always want to do the high intensity, we just lower the reps, so we have a bit more leftover energy back.
I moved to Denmark to improve my badminton, and I'm gonna stay a bit longer than planned, because I have a deep passion for badminton and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm not shying away from saying I want to become the best in everything I put my mind into. Badminton should be the main focus. But days go by. I'm in the hall every day, but I don't feel like improving as much as I could. But only full try-hard training is not enough. Turns out, I had 3 important learnings to make. Number 1, I was misunderstanding multitasking by being in the flow. But real flow is locked in attention. One direction, no noise. Or rather being able to say no to the noise. What I am really doing is fast task switching.
And tense up, and then you release before you throw. So you put a bit of weight into almost hitting your knee a bit this way. So you really get the force going both ways. Right now is that we throw it here and we lose a bit of the core. So we want to really lean with both arms in the same angle. Lean.
And I guess it felt busy, that's why it felt good. You do something all the time. But that comes with a price, because every switch costs energy. The energy cost was more apparent than ever, revealing itself through mental fatigue and a lack of focus on the game at my first international tournament this month. Back home, I had a talk with one of my friends. Ole founded his own clothing brand a while ago, and he knows the hustle of building something while being an athlete.
I just put blocks in my day. That meant from 9 to 11 I did something. Then I took a break, lunch, whatever. Then from 1 p.m. to 3 I did something. Then I had some food. And then from 3:30 to the dinner I did something, and sometimes I kept my evenings free, and sometimes I did a little block as well. For us, it's not gonna be an issue to actually get to work. We gotta learn how to not work, how to stay productive, how to not overdo.
So now I've stopped doing everything at once. I give myself the permission to just focus at one thing at a time. And honestly, my brain does thank me for that. Going into the Slovakia Future Series, I still didn't feel 100% ready. Partly because strength training had become really tough after 3 consecutive weeks. However, I was definitely more focused and entered the tournament with a positive mindset. The match was clearly a step up from the one in Luxembourg. I played some solid rallies, and afterwards took time to analyze my game and reflect on what I could improve in the next weeks. The next one is pretty self-explanatory. A really powerful word is no. It's about taking control, not letting something or someone else decide for me. Saying no to something actually means saying yes to other things. Saying no to a party is saying yes to early morning training. That is exactly what I need.
Everything I did was measured to, is this useful for what I want to do now with my life? A lot of the time the answer was no. And I was surrounded by people who had a different perspective, which is okay. The next day, less than 24 hours later after I made the decision, it's actually crazy how fast your life can change if you make the decision like this. I never did that before, and it was very relieving and eye-opening in that sense. And that's how saying no to something that didn't feel good, because that was the thing. I could survive there, I wouldn't die, but it didn't feel good.
Yeah.
I acted on it, and it felt better. Simple as that.
Not learning from a training is worse than not training at all. To make sure I take something out of every training, I have to learn how I shift my focus the right way. Learning a highly interdependable skill like badminton, you can't really split everything up and learn it one by one. So while maintaining normal training and following the group sessions, I'll have an internal focus.
Be changing the pace in the rallies, and that's what I'm gonna try to do in training as well. Focus on really changing the pace of the legs, and I'm gonna try that now against Monke. By the way, if you haven't seen the last video on Matchpoint, it's Monke's tournament video, and you should definitely check it out.
Trainings leading to Bonn felt great. And just when I thought I had it figured out, and you remember the curve, the tournament that I prepared for so long turned out,
Just feed him. I don't play any attack shots. You know, I was like moving all the time and he wasn't moving at all. It's fucked up. It's so bad. Holy shit. that.
So, das.
Yeah.
Aber du musst den Ball so ein bisschen so du schießt ihn vor und mit dem Schlag gehst du nach vorne. Du führst ihn, schlägst und er ist dann hier dran und er hat immer so kurz gelegt.
Ja.
Du spielst den und dann gehst du vorne wieder drauf.
Ja.
Und du hast hart gespielt,
Und
dadurch warst du noch hinten und er spielt den einfach runter und du warst am Graben.
Ja.
Da musst du so ein bisschen so technisch-taktisch, glaube ich.
Das ist halt
I have
crazy,
this video idea in my head for a while now. And right after Bonn, I left to Spain. And when I was walking to my hotel, I saw this Rubik's Cube. And that reminded me of the structures there. But figuring it out, that is the difficult part, I guess. But I give myself the time, and I do enjoy the process of solving it. How cool would it be to figure it out? If it seems unreachable, that makes it a goal worth trying.
But I feel like the quote still reflects on what we're doing today. So it's a different time, but it's the same story. And he says the credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never know victory nor defeat. When you actually start doing shit that is not a given, if you have an idea or a dream and you go for it, like what you guys are doing and what I'm trying as well, and what a lot of people we know and I know do, there's no safety net, there's no parameters, there's numbers on YouTube, there's numbers at the end of the bloody game, you know what I mean?
Moving to Malaysia, moving to Kaiserslautern, moving to Denmark now. It all leads towards this goal and solving the Rubik's Cube. I am aware that adjustments have to be made and it's not solved yet, but I'm gonna get there. Follow the channel to not miss out on videos like this.